Hi, good morning. So this morning we've taken a drive west of Sydney. It's about a 2-hour drive west to get up to, maybe an hour and a half to get up to the sort of Katoomba area of the Blue Mountains National Park. We've come to a place called Terrace Falls. No prizes for guessing why it's called Terrace Falls. Absolutely gorgeous little place. You can park fairly close to the falls and then walk along a bit of a fire trail. The toughest part of the whole walk is coming down the steps all the way down to the falls themselves. So it's a fair walk down these steps, and it's going to be an even tougher walk to get back up those steps with a bag full of camera gear. Anyway, that's all part of the fun, isn't it? So all I've done here for our first sort of composition is I've set myself up directly in front of the falls. I've tried to balance the shot so that we've got an equal amount of sort of water right and left of the shot here, and I'm pointing directly up the center. Got the little pool in the front here of the shot. I've got a 16 to 35, and I'm all the way in at 35 right now because it's quite a big scene. So let's get this one in the bag first. I've also just spun the polarizer so I haven't got too many reflections on the pool underneath. I didn't really want too many reflections there, but it's quite an overcast day, so it's not too much harsh light around it. The light's actually quite nice, and I'm also bracketing. So the reason I'm bracketing is because I want to get a darker shot for the water and a lighter shot for the surrounds, because the surrounds are really quite a high dynamic range scene. So okay, let's get this shot done. Have a look at this one. So what I've done now is I've actually just changed my lens. I had a 50mm prime with me in the bag today. So what I've done is I've just moved back from the falls and pretty much got the same composition, but with a 50mm prime. It's sitting at f9 right now and a third of a second shutter speed. I just thought it would be interesting to compare the 35 from closer to the 50mm a little bit further back from the falls themselves. As I said, similar composition, just spectacular place, just loving it down here. I've just noticed also there's another small falls a little bit further down, so we're going to take the next shot from there, and I'm guessing that's going to be the shot. Anyway, let's get this one first, and I'd be interested to know, what do you think? The previous shot with the 35, or come back a bit with the 50 prime and a similar composition? Okay. Check it out. Okay, so what I've done now is I'm hoping, first of all, you can hear me, because the sound of this waterfall is actually quite loud, and I'm under a very large rocky sort of overhang here, so the echo is quite loud. I've just come up to the side of the falls here because the far side of the falls is flowing quite freely over here, and it sort of brings a bit of balance to this shot where you've got most of the fall coming down from the higher areas across to the right. So it's sort of bringing a bit of balance, bottom right, top left. Right now I'm quite wide. I've gone to a 16mm shot here to try and capture a little bit of the overhang and a little bit of the pool underneath here as well. I think it works better as a landscape style shot. I may go in a little bit and we'll just see which works better. Again, I'm 5-shot bracketing. I'm at f11 right now, and I'm about 1 second. So I'm a little bit worried that the the water on the right here, if the exposure is too long, that white water is going to blow out. So I've just got to make sure I don't blow that water out, because you'll never ever capture or recapture that detail if you blow it out. So I'm just going to be very careful just to check the shots, make sure it's not blown. Anyway, beautiful scene. Lots of lovely green ferns, lots of greenery in this shot, so it's beautiful. I'm glad we got some water today. We've had quite a bit of rain in the mountains in the last week, so it's flowing quite well. That's the old saying, when there's rain, photographers chase waterfalls, huh? So, okay, let's have a look at this one. Well, hi, so as I said earlier, there's another little waterfall that sort of takes you down the river itself. So what I've done is I've set the tripod up in the river. This is at full extension. This is really quite deep here. I'm able to stand on a rock and get the tripod out in front of me. I've got my remote so I can operate the camera remotely. I've set this bottom waterfall up as my kind of foreground interest, with the flow on from the falls just hitting the pool here in front of me. Now what's happening is the flow is moving down and to the right. So what I've tried to do is set that off to the right of the right front corner of the frame. So that sort of takes you in to the little fall itself, and I've set that up very slightly across to the left of center of frame. And then what I've done is with the main fall in the top there, that's coming in from the right hand side. So I'm taking the main fall up and out to the right of the frame. So we've got this right, left, right, to try and bring a bit of balance to the shot. I've done a foreground shot, so I'll make sure that everything in the foreground is pin sharp. And I'm right now doing the shot in the background. So we'll get the main fall dead sharp as well. And if I need to later, we can bring that together in Photoshop. That's real easy. So okay, let's see how this one comes out once we get this. Okay, let's check it out. Well, there it is, Terrace Falls. Absolutely gorgeous. Just quite close to Hazelbrook in the Blue Mountains, about an hour and a half out of Sydney. We came today knowing that there was a bit of a cloud layer above, so we knew the light was going to be quite good here, and it's just been spectacular. If you ever come here, this ground that I'm standing on, all this stuff is really, really slippery, so be prepared. I'm wearing spiked shoes today, so I haven't had any slips at all. But if you came in here in bare feet or just running shoes, you're in for a bit of fun. So spikes I'd recommend. So anyway, that's it for today. We're heading off now. If you like the shots, give us a bit of a thumbs up. If you subscribe to the channel, I've got loads more content coming for you. We're out every weekend, so I'll be putting more up very, very soon. I think I've got about 3 videos in the can already for you, but click the subscribe button, ring that little bell next to it, and the system will alert you every time a video goes up. Anyway, that's it, we're done. We're heading off for some breakfast. It's probably about 9 AM now, so good light. So we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.